Engine paint. Wait a minute, not so fast there, Skippy. We're not painting engines today. Why do you have engine paint? Welcome to Jimmy James Garage. I'm Jimmy. I'll tell you why we have engine paint. You're wondering why we have engine paint. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, because we're not painting engines, we're painting pulleys. So stick around. We're going to paint these pulleys on this truck, and we're going to use low gloss black by Duplicolor engine paint. Now, I'm not sponsored by Duplicolor. I went to my local hardware store or auto parts store. I picked me up some paint. This right here is the stuff. I'm telling you, the low gloss is the one you want. It is great for a no sheen factory type look. It is unbelievable. Stick around. I'm going to show you the process of what you're doing. And oh, by the way, Christian's truck, it's a grease ball. We got our work cut out for us. In fact, you want to see? Of course you want to see. Let me show you. Here we go. Woo! And we'll just flip her around right there. And we'll turn it on down. And oh boy, is it a grease ball. I've already started to clean up some of this, but we're going to get all this cleaned up. And not only did I buy low gloss black, but I also bought Hugger Orange, Chevrolet Hugger Orange. And remember the part where we were talking about an investigative part of this as we build this thing? Because this is not this wasn't our truck. Hasn't been in the family for hundreds of years. So we have to kind of do our investigative as we go. And as I was looking, I'm like, hey, check this out. They got an HEI distributor in here, a nice one, okay? Of course, we've talked about the overspray in a previous episode, okay? We're going to clean that up, but that's kind of unacceptable. I'll see how well I can clean it, but I'll try to get most of it. They have a ballast resistor. That actually starts out, what a ballast resistor is. Here's your pro tip. Ready for your pro tip? Here's a pro tip. Ballast resistor starts out high voltage, starts out around 10 or 12 to get it to the distributor, get the right voltage. And then it slowly drops to about 9. It's made for points, so you don't burn the points up. They got it on the HEI. You don't need it. It's electronic ignition. What the heck? So I'm thinking they started getting it running. Well, this thing don't run very good. Well, no wonder. It probably didn't run at all because it dropped to 9 volts. Those things need 12 volts to run. The other little pro tip, I'll just kind of skip here a little bit. Just some stuff you need to know while we're sitting here. On this distributor, if it has this little, almost looks like a nut on the vacuum advance, you can usually put an Allen wrench in those and adjust the vacuum advance. 2 pro tips in just the first couple minutes of this video. I mean, are we rolling or what? So I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to scrubbing, painting. Stick around as we go. You're going to want to know some more stuff about this. And is it going to turn out good? Oh, it's going to turn out freaking amazing. No doubt. Here we are outside of the Jimmy James Garage. Hey, here's another pro tip. I'm telling you, this is going to be full of these things. So little Easter eggs all the time. Awesome. Dollar store. This stuff, little backstory. We discovered it by a guy by the name of Mike Dill. Owns Dill's Deli in Redding, California. He has a deli. And he was having a hard time getting grease off some of his stuff. And he says, I use that. So we had a food truck at one point called Follow Us Around Town. And we used it on our floors to keep up all the grease. And we went, wow, that thing's amazing. Who knows what it's made of? I wouldn't breathe it or touch it or be anywhere near it. It probably says warning. Oh, yeah. It does say California compliant, which is kind of cool, I guess. But yeah, so its actual name is called LA's Totally Awesome All-Purpose Concentrate Cleaner, Degreaser, and Spot Remover. And I'm telling you, it's freaking awesome. So, to my point, I'm a car guy. So what did I start doing? Start using it on greasy car stuff. And it works absolutely. It's the best. People like the purple and the green and the orange and the yellows and the whatevers. I like Totally Awesome. Try it. You can get it at Family Dollar. There's a bunch of those kind of Dollar Tree type stores, they all sell it. You sell it. I even think I saw it at like Tractor Supply. I think so. There's other. They all sell it. Look around for it. You'll see it. But I'm going to show you what we're going to do. I'm going to do this one-handed because my camera person is over there working on chicken stuff. So stay with me here as we show you what we're doing. So what we're doing here, so we have the fan shroud, which I'm going to clean. Let me show you some of this. They used gloss black, and then they had drips in it. And it's such a nice shroud. But we're going to fix that. I'm going to put a little sandpaper on that. And the reason we use engine paint is because it sticks to everything. It doesn't come off. That is another, there you go, another pro tip. Engine paint is very durable. It sticks, needs very little priming, very little cleanup. We're going to clean up some of this, some of the bigger spots. But what you do is you bring it outside here. All the little components we're going to paint and dry, totally dry. And you just come out. Oh, you got to have it set right though. So you got to have it set to spray. There we go. And you're going to give it a good thorough hosing down. And by the way, I buy this stuff by the freaking gallon because it's totally awesome. And you'll see it'll work pretty well just by spraying it on. It'll do it dry first. You know, you can't help it on the second time. We're going to wash it off with a hose, but we'll get that side of it. I'll flip it around. And you're going to do this on the pulleys. Same thing. Look how far away I'm standing. I mean, this thing squirts really well. And we're going to let it soak in for a while. So get the fan. I'm going to flip it all over. I'm going to let it sit. Let it almost dry is what you want to do. So we're going to do that on the east side here. Don't miss a spot. But yeah, we just come along here and get it from all the angles. All the angles of all the dangles. And it is going to turn out, it's going to turn out good. We're going to be very happy with it. So, all right. Totally awesome. Spray it dry. Pro tip. I don't know, was that pro tip like number 4? There's one more thing I want to talk to you about here too as I'm spraying this on. I'm just thinking of things I always do and don't do. If you put this stuff on aluminum, it'll dull it. So be aware of it. Just do it on this plastic steel type stuff. Well, I do it on aluminum intake because a lot of times we'll paint those. You know, you put paint on aluminum intake and it stays nice for a very long time. I know there's some controversies about painting that kind of stuff, but I'd rather have it look good, wipe it off, you know, that kind of stuff. We're going to use this. I got a couple different colors we're going to use to make it look really, really nice without being like a rainbow or anything. So, yeah, so aluminum, beware. Don't be spraying it on your wheels, your all shiny wheels. You won't have no shiny wheels no more. You'll have dull gray ones. It does, I don't say it etches it, but it does cloud them. Totally awesome. So while we're cleaning parts out there, we're also kind of scrubbing out here, and there's just no good way to do this. You can put a wire wheel on it, which we will do some of that, but I like to get the big chunks off with my scraper here. And let me show you here what we're doing. So you can tell by the tone of my voice that this part sucks, but it's just labor. Look at, you can see right here, like, let me show you. Let me do the two-handed thing. So, see where they painted over the dirt? You can just come right here and just knock it right off. And then that will actually clean up pretty well. But that's what we're doing. We're just taking this old grime off, and we'll pull this fuel pump off, and we'll clean all this up with actual gasket scrapers. But that's what you got to do to make them look, you know, fairly decent. It won't take much. It just takes a little elbow grease. And then we'll get that cleaned up. And like I said, the orange paint's going to stick good. But this is going to be more about the pulleys today because we got lots to clean up on this thing. But, you know, you got to keep yourself busy while they're, you know, while it's all doing its thing. And I left a drain pan here to catch most of it. That's the idea. We're not doing a full restoration on this thing. We're just doing a cleanup and make it look nice. And it'll be very presentable and it'll last a long time. So that's kind of what we're doing on this. I mean, just like all this stuff needs to be cleaned. You know, here, just all this got to come off. And I'm going to tape this off. Look at, they painted right over the dirt. Look at that. And before I get too far, I'll tape up the carburetor and I'll put the old valve covers on it so I don't get any dirt down in it. But just this front part's not a big deal. So Yeah, they just painted right over it. That's what they did, instead of just scraping the dirt off. So that's it. We're just going to get to scraping dirt and moving forward. I hate dirt scraping, don't you? But it makes it look nice. Well, overall, it turned out pretty good. I'm going to put a garden hose to it and finish up some of the stuff. I'll show you the next pro tip of the day, but while we're at this point here, I'm going to show you something. Let me flip it around. So you can see out here in the sunlight, if I can get the camera right, you can see, I hope you can see that, but there's little runs in it. Yeah, there you can see it like that, like this. So what you're going to do is you're going to take some sandpaper, and we're just going to take that edge down. I don't know if I can do it with one hand or not, but that's what we're going to do. So we're going to knock that little run off there, and it'll look great. You be the judge. All right, last little thing before we get started here. We put it out in the sun. I get it nice and warm out here. Let me flip that around and show you. But I wet the whole area down so I don't get a bunch of dust blowing on it. It's not finished body work by no means, okay? So those guys out there that we're gonna body shop want to spend 30 grand on it, and we're gonna buff it up. We're just gonna make it look nice. And if you just water the area around it, we're gonna hit it with some brake clean. That'll take any of the grease, any of the grime off it. We just washed it down, and we're gonna be ready to get to painting. I put it this direction because this is the direction I'm gonna see when I'm in the engine compartment. I want this to look the best. All right, I'm gonna put the camera down to spray paint it and to do the brake clean because it's the final step, but you get the drill. Pretty easy. We're gonna get to painting. Stay tuned. Watch, it's gonna be fun. We're still doing a lot of painting here. Stay close to this one. This is a very important little pro tip right here. Let me spin you around. All right, so we are going to paint that little spacer because we're going to run the stock steel fan. And, it's kind of just a dingy little color. We're going to come up with cast aluminum. We're going to paint it aluminum because it's aluminum or it's some kind of a cast product. I don't know if it is aluminum or not. I didn't put a magnet on it, but it's some kind of a pot metal-y type deal. So what you want to do with this, again, I'm being my own cameraman, so just pay attention and don't mind me as I try to do camera and as I try to do painting at the same time. Here's the trick. Get it out here in the sun. It's been in the sun earlier today. It's kind of warmed it up a little bit. We have a ton of smoke. Holy smoke. Can't even see the valley up there, the flat. We got fires everywhere, but that's another subject. What you want to do, get some distance to you, and you want to just fog it. Okay, we're just going to fog it. Just give it a foggy fog. Okay, that's all we're going to do. Just a little fog. We don't want any runs. No runs, no drips, no airs. I don't know if you remember that commercial or not, but that's what we're doing. We're just walking around in a circle because what we're going to do is you're going to see in this area, we're going to have to just kind of fog it. And we're going to come at each side and we're going to fog it. Real quick, brief. Fog it, fog it. And then guess what we're going to do? Fog it, fog it, fog it. Oh, fog it. Well, that's kind of what we do there. So now we're going to let that sit. In this heat here, it's in the upper 80s, mid to upper 80s. So we're going to go probably, I got a slight little breeze. It's going to dry quickly. So we just want to get nice and tacky so it doesn't get a lot of fisheye, a lot of crap on it, runs, that kind of stuff. We're just going to get it where it's just about dry, and we're going to then paint it. All right, what do you think of that? Pretty good pro tip, huh? Hey, remember, grungy, clean it up with a wire wheel, lots of awesome, and brake clean. So we're going to hit a little brake clean on this. It's going to bring up some of the other stuff, and then we're just going to let it dry. And then after it dries, we're going to paint the backside of it. That's what we want to do. Paint the backside first. Get it nice and cleaned up. A couple little spots there. So there we go. That's what we're gonna do. Wait till you see it. It's gonna be freaking awesome. So what I did while I was off camera is I put 3 milk crates together, get a little higher. I was bent way down on that bucket, and it's like, no, not gonna happen. So I'm not gonna bore you with me collecting milk crates, but all right. So it's the same exact concept. I'm gonna do it. I'm so good at this. I'm gonna do it with a camera and a can of paint. So it's nice and cleaned up on the backside. We're not gonna see the backside, but we just don't want it to be grungy. So you're just gonna kind of get it covered, just like so. And what I'm really concentrating on is these edges, because you will see the edge, like so, just like that. Just nice little even, quick little bursts, nothing crazy. Okay, and just come in here like so. Look how that engine paint covers. It covers so well. It's incredible the way it covers. And it's just that nice low gloss. Kind of hard to screw it up, to be honest with you. So, you know, it's pretty good right now. It's really warm out here, so we'll give it a little shake. And we'll just come over with the nice, because it's a flat surface. I'm just gonna kind of lay it on there. And you want to go all the way across and cover about half that stroke. Look at it, you can do it with no hands. Look at that. Or one hand. But, wow. I don't know if it comes out on camera, but it looks good. It's professional. Professional rattle can. Get you some. Okay, I'm in a one-handed painting room with a one-handed camera, one on the paint, and here we go. We're gonna paint this bottom pulley. And again, just stay tuned to see how it looks. Watch this thing. It just turns out so good. Oh, I gotta get my camera there. Come on, camera. There you go. So it's just nice, even strokes. Nice and even. Kind of all the directions. Remember, real light coat to start with. That's what we want, real light. Nice and light. Kind of getting this edge in here. You know, we'll make sure the edge gets hit real nice. Nice and light. We can come back and put a little heavier coat on it because it's basically flat. We shouldn't get any runs. So that's how we do it. Man, looking good. Well, here we are. You're going to like it. It turned out pretty good. First, let me show you the engine here. The engine's not done. We still got some more cleanup on it. We're still going to pull the fuel pump. Things like that. But if, you know, let me show you. Make it easy. Okay, so here it is. It's still pretty grimy. It still has a little bit more scrubbing to do. You know, I had to get some valve covers on there. I didn't want anything flying in there. I'm not too worried about up there, so I'm not hitting it with anything special. But, you know, a little bit more scrubbing, and we're going to get that. But here's what I want to show you. So follow me here. Come on, follow me. All right. Here we are. What do you think? There's the fan shroud. It's looking pretty good. Is it perfect? Nope. Is it way better than it was? Yep. Has some runs, some drips, some errors. Not from me, but from somebody prior. I sanded a lot of them out. I'm just not going to spend hours on doing finished body work. But yeah, it looks good. The fan. Ooh, doggy. The fan looks nice. The lower pulley. That turned out really good. Upper pulley was really well, which is the one you're going to see. And the spacer. So those look really good. We're talking a can of spray paint. Engine spray paint. So engine spray paint's heat resistant to a higher temperature. It's a lot sturdier, I noticed over the years. I've been using it for a long time. So that's how quickly you can, you know, make your engine compartment look pretty nice. Just, you know, look at that. It's all dried off for the most part, but it really turned out well. So, hey, what I want you to do is, if you like what you're seeing here, I want you to share this with a friend. Tell them Jimmy James Garage is out here doing stuff with a rattle can. It means a bunch to me. If you don't like what you're seeing, then move on. But, you know, do the like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Like I said, it really does help this channel down in the comments. I want to hear what you do. What do you do different than that? Huh? I think it's pretty good. I think Christian will like it. I think his dad Chris will like it. It's a little cleanup while we're doing this thing. I just hate to get, I could knock it out in a couple of days, be done with this thing, but greasy and bolt it all back together. I just don't think that's what I want to do. So I'm taking a little extra time. I know he's really anxious for his truck back. I get it. But just things like that will make it so much nicer when he gets it. Again, put in the comments. I have to hear something in the comments about yay, nay, maybe I should spend more hours on it, spend no hours on it, that kind of stuff. But again, that's low gloss engine black, and that's cast aluminum. I didn't do shiny aluminum, didn't do fake chrome, none of that stuff. Because I want it to look, almost disappear in there with the black. That's the goal. We wanted the black to kind of disappear. We want the orange to pop out. We're going to put cast aluminum valve covers on it. You want to see the valve covers before we go? Let's look at the valve covers. So we're going to put these valve covers on. This is really exciting. These are really, really vintage valve covers. Been around a long time. Haven't climbed up there and grabbed them off the wall yet. But there they are. The old Edelbrock, enclosed Edelbrocks. We're going to put those on there. Those valve covers are going on there. So pretty exciting. You know, it's going to look really good. We want it toned down a little bit, you know, because the paint on this truck is toned down. It's a patina vehicle. Do I want some of it to pop? Yeah, I do. I want that orange to kind of pop. I want the black to accent it, but kind of disappear. And then with those cast aluminum valve covers, it's going to be very period correct. It'll look great for a long time. Down the road, if he wants to completely restore this thing, he can, or just keep driving it. So again, do the like, subscribe thing. Really helps out. The comments are really what help out. If you have any other questions, you know, you always get a hold of me on my email, you know, things like that. I'd love to help you out, show you what I do. And yeah, I don't have much more to say about it except see you right here at the next video, or this one, or that one. Okay, bye.